this past weekend, as many of you know, your boy went to Savannah, Georgia. And let me tell you, that shit is hot. Roll the intro.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through them.
Welcome back to another episode of the Problems on Problems podcast. I am your host, Mike Santee. And I mean, like that short intro says, I went to Savannah this past weekend. And if I thought that Charlotte was hot and warm and humid and all that stuff, Savannah said, that's real cute, hold my beer, because hot does not begin to cover it. Like, I was in an easy bake oven the entire time, and honestly I feel like an easy bake oven would be easier because of the fact that there's at least some type of breeze. When I tell you there's not a single, I've never seen a city by any body of water that had zero air movement. Like, there was the occasional breeze, but legitimately, most of the time it was just hot and no air moving whatsoever. So as soon as you were walking anywhere, it was just like a sweat storm. But I'm not here to complain about that because honestly, for having gone down to Savannah for the first time in my adult life, it was pretty dope. I mean, for those of you that don't know, Savannah is one of the 3 cities in the U.S. that allows you to drink alcohol in public. And now it's not for the entire city, kind of like how in New Orleans you can really only drink in like the French Quarter kind of thing. But as long as you're not a D-bag, no one really says anything. Same idea, but I think per like square footage, if you want to call it that, Savannah, Georgia has a larger footprint of where you can drink alcohol publicly and not be in any type of legal trouble. Good job, Mike. This is why you don't record at night. But this really kind of came in handy when you were, I don't know, finishing your pre-games and your Uber is about to get there or the crew's about to leave, and you don't have to like guzzle down your drink. You could just take it on with you. And even at the restaurant, if you don't want to finish your drink there, they have plenty of to-go cups. I think every bar and restaurant there had a to-go cup, even like a little station, or it was just like readily accessible where they go just dump it into a plastic cup, send you on your way, and you could just keep the good times rolling. Now, I mean, if you want to talk about the house that we stayed in, I mean, so there was about 15 of us. This Airbnb slept 14. It was in downtown Savannah. I don't want to give away too many details because, you know, things happen. But in this townhouse, if you want to call it that, yeah, townhouse, row house, whatever you want to call it, there was a pool. And when I tell you that this house was not on even like a quarter of an acre and managed to fit in a pool, like, it gave me hope that should I ever buy a house in the vicinity of Charlotte or in one of the neighboring neighborhoods, in one of the neighborhoods surrounding Charlotte or the uptown part of Charlotte, that I'll have no issue putting in a pool. I mean, I'll have an issue, but like that it's doable, that you could still make a pool if it's 30 something people. It doesn't got to be super deep. It could meet all of your needs and you have your own pool year round. So, and especially in a place as hot as Savannah, you're going to want to have a pool year round. But yeah, that thing was dope. I mean, honestly, there was not a morning or late night where coming back home from bars or restaurants or anything like that where we did not just always end up at the pool. So it was just one of those things, man. Like, pools are my thing. Pools are my vibe. But yeah, the rooms, I would say the only thing that I didn't enjoy about this house is that because it was a townhouse style kind of thing, there was a lot of stairs. Like, the main level of the house was on the second floor, if you want to call it that. There was a garden level apartment at the bottom that we also used. But then the second floor, or the third floor at this point, the bedrooms did this little like half pipe thing where you had to go down the stairs to then go up the stairs to the bathroom. Like, you had to go down the stairs to a landing to go up the stairs to where the bathroom was. A little inconvenient, but I guess it got your extra steps in, your extra exercise that I definitely was not doing while sitting down there or staying down there. But yeah, that'd be my one complaint about this house. But other than that, it was so clutch to just be able to like wake up, eat some breakfast, hang out by the pool, do whatever, and then kind of gather your thoughts for the day. And even at the end of a long night, which we ended up usually walking about I would say about a half mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile back home at like 2 a.m. or something like that, when your feet hurt from dancing all day. It was just it was refreshing to be able to get home, change into your bathing suit, and then just kind of chill by the pool for a little bit longer, and then ended the night not sweating your face off. Recommendation wise, I would say for anybody who hasn't been down to the Savannah, even if you have been down to Savannah, I would recommend, to eat, definitely a Zunizbar. Honestly, outside of the hospitality standpoint, because the managers, the owners, everyone involved at that bar and restaurant were amazing. The Conquistador sandwich, which is, I guess, their number one seller, and their Zunzi sauce. Zunzi sauce, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but I'll put it in the description. They sell it by the bottle. And when I say by the bottle, I mean, like, think of a salad dressing bottle, and they make and seal their own sauce, and then we'll just sell it to you. Now, I will give a shout out to the owner or the manager that was there that morning that I ordered some sauce kind of to go. She was amazing. I basically was waiting in line, and I managed to get behind the two slowest couples in the history of ordering anything. For those of you that are kind of not aware of how the restaurant works, the servers will give you drinks, but then it's up to you to kind of go up to the kiosk and order food if you want some. They'll call your name when your order's ready, so on and so forth. So they had what I thought were two kiosks there. So I go inside. There's a kiosk there. I mean, there's two kiosks, but there's also two couples there. And I don't want to be ageist because one of them was young and the other one was an older couple. But to have two couples just slowly taking their time when I'm just trying to leave the city at this point, put in their order. This employee there, owner, I'm going to guess, must have just seen the stress on my face and said, "Hey, I'll take care of you. What did you need?" And I said, "I just want some sauce." 5 minutes later, she comes back with a full bottle. She's like, "Don't worry about it." And I just, the nicest thing ever. Like, if there's a way to get me to be on your side, bribe me with food. And then she said, "Hey, have you had our hot as hell sauce?" I said, "No, I haven't. I just thought there was one sauce here." She goes in the back, pulls out another bottle of some hot ass sauce. And I mean, it lives up to its name. It's delicious, but also another comped bottle. I appreciate you guys, but my rant on Zunizbar is over. Places to kind of go out. I mean, the touristy thing for me, at least the touristy drinking thing, definitely go to Wet Willie's where they serve alcoholic slushies. What was it called? It was like the Electric Shock or something like that. The blue one. Get that. I'm not going to spoil the surprise for you, but it's intense and it does not play games, but it gets you right. And then after that, Barrel House and then 51 Degrees, both of them right next to each other. Very different vibes. Barrel House was playing the throwbacks like it was their job. They also had a live band there one weekend. 51 Degrees had a bottom floor playing Latin music, and then the top floor playing God knows what, but it was dope. It was amazing. Thank you guys for a great time. Thank you for the hospitality. Thanks for everyone not being complete a-holes. Like, the city's pretty chill, especially for being a touristy. The city's pretty chill for being a touristy city. So, props to you guys for keeping it real. But on top of that, I will be including 0 pictures of this entire ordeal or videos because I don't think any of them are honestly like suitable for the public at all. Like, I've gone through a couple of them, and trust me, that we've had videos. None of them paint anybody in a light that they deserve to be painted in. So we're just gonna keep those for the archives and the close friends, and we'll think about taking nicer pictures next time we go to Savannah. If I ever go to Savannah, it's not gonna be in the summer. But that kind of brings us on over to, I guess, what I'll call in other news. In other news, the city of Charlotte has put into place a new mask mandate for all indoor venues for anyone who's vaccinated or unvaccinated. And honestly, this is kind of giving me like group project vibes right now, or the feeling of a group project where some people did what they were supposed to do and you're still kind of getting the grade of the people that didn't do what they were supposed to do. And I'm talking about the vaccine. Now, however you land on the spectrum of getting vaccinated, being unvaccinated, staying unvaccinated, or getting vaccinated, whatever that may be, you have your rights. You are able to make whatever decisions you want to make. I'm just saying that if the spikes, even in the Delta variant, are more in the unvaccinated people, and now there are more mandates because unvaccinated people remain unvaccinated, I'm not saying it's your fault, but I'm saying it's your fault. Like, listen, for whatever conspiracy theory you decide to believe, do your thing, but also don't ruin it for the rest of us, kind of thing. That being said, listen, there's ways around it. This is probably karma, honestly, for me going out throughout the pandemic unvaccinated, before the vaccine was even available to the public, and just doing the thing and just kind of moving and shaking as is. So maybe that's karma for that. But as a vaccinated individual now, I mean, I haven't really noticed much of a difference. I guess that's the point. You're not supposed to really get sick, or it's supposed to help you. Listen, I'm not a doctor, but you're gonna tell me to get vaccinated, I'm gonna get vaccinated, especially when these case studies have been so much more in sample size than other vaccines that people just normally get. Also, coming from the guy that hadn't gotten a flu shot, or still hasn't gotten the flu shot in like 12 years, I decided to get this one because, why not? And we know the deal. I confirmed that I've never had it, even though all the tests also confirmed that I've never had it, because that second dose had hands. Look up to this video again. I guess maybe the workaround is to just like befriend more bouncers again and start paying them off like we did last time, and then find more outdoor venues if that doesn't work. Or you could just stay inside, whatever. I'm a social person. I need interaction. That's why I got vaccinated, because I wanted to be traveling and doing all the bits. But outside of that, 40 million individuals, customers, clients, whatever you want to call them, of T-Mobile were put at risk after a data breach. So I guess they really do have a lot of coverage, just not the safe kind of coverage. So think about that next time you're choosing your cell phone carrier. I'm not saying anything in particular. I'm just saying that, like, if we're going to say anything, AT&T's the devil. So there's that. But on top of that, like, do we even care about data breaches anymore? Like, does anybody remember the 2017 or 15 Target information breach? Like, yeah, no, me neither. So what's really going on? Like, yeah, there's the risk that your information might be out there, but if you've gone to anything on the internet ever, yeah, your information's already out there. So I guess take it with a grain of salt. If you're impacted, I'm sorry, but also there are security measures in place to stop that. Or just don't use T-Mobile, or don't use anything technology-wise, because you're eventually going to have to fall victim to a data breach. In weather news, because this week, I guess, is this a weather channel now? Or not? Is this a news channel now? I guess it might as well be. Might as well give you some current events to keep you up with the times. But Tropical Storm Henri, spelled Henry, but it's French Henri. Get used to it. If you can say Thierry Henry, you can say Tropical Storm Henri. Homeboy is turning into a Category 1 hurricane, probably around the time that this episode airs. So this Friday, Hurricane Henri will be coming somewhere along the western side of the Atlantic. The way its trajectory is looking right now is that it's going to be hooking on over to the northeast and staying kind of in the northeast and not really venturing out back into the ocean as expected. So people in the northeast, watch out. It's a Category 1, though, so you guys will be fine. Hopefully you guys will be fine. The only sports-related thing that we're going to talk about... The only sports-related thing that we're going to talk about this week is that the Jacksonville Jaguars have released Tim Tebow, ending his NFL comeback, or attempts at an NFL comeback. For those of you that don't know, I don't know how, but Tim Tebow used to be a great college quarterback for the University of Florida, played for the Broncos, played for the Jets. I think he played somewhere else. I don't care. And it just wasn't doing it for him in the quarterback position. Man was not getting the reps, and he wasn't doing well either. So he retired from football, or from professional football, got a job as an analyst, also played some minor league baseball, and then magically decided to make a comeback, or tried to make a comeback as a tight end, which is what everyone has been fucking saying since the beginning. Like, bro, go be a tight end. But he did it, 8-9 years too late? Like, dude, you've missed your window. And if that wasn't bad enough, his week 1 performance in preseason football showed some of the worst blocks that I've ever seen in my entire life. You guys can go look that up. I'll probably leave a link to a video down in the description. But yeah, Mans was missing every block, and it was not it. It wasn't it. Tim Tebow got cut, and trust me, I've never played a down in competitive football in my life, and I can tell you right now that I know that those blocks were ass for a so-called professional. Take that as you will. Take it as you will. He's not playing NFL football anymore. So for all the Tim Tebow fans, I don't know. Raise my man up in prayer to do something not NFL related, or at least not NFL playing related. But we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the poll, a really close poll, and we'll do some Friday follows, give you the wrap up, and send you on your way.
P.O.P.
And we're back with the great debate. Last episode, we asked you, who's the better boy band, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? And 55% of you said NSYNC. I mean, you know my opinion on it from last episode. I started off as a Backstreet Boys fan. I'm not saying that I'm not a Backstreet Boys fan. I'm just saying I'm a bigger NSYNC fan when it comes to the two. Be it as it may, I just think NSYNC has more bops. I think they have more bops that like transcend this stuff. Backstreet Boys definitely has a lot better, slower songs and kind of, I guess, more meaningful songs. But if you're just trying to turn up, you're trying to sing in the shower and stuff like that, outside of I Want It That Way and what is it? Backstreet's Back. All right, and Millennium. Of those three, outside of those three, Larger Than Life, whatever. Those three or four, I think NSYNC's just got more bops. But 55% of you said NSYNC, so we're going to go with that. This week, as the summer winds down to a close and my inevitable seasonal depression comes back into full effect, I'm going to need something to take off the edge, something to wash it down. So, better liquor, tequila or vodka? For those of you that already are going off the edge and thinking that, I don't know, for those that don't drink tequila, I will say, it'll put some hair on your chest, but also if you are constantly ordering tequila, my only question to you is, are you all right? Because when I'm constantly ordering tequila, I'm not all right. I will say that drinking tequila makes vodka taste way smoother, so that's a thing. But yeah, which one's the better liquor, tequila or vodka? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the polls. We'll see, how many alcoholics we have, and we'll also see how many depressed individuals we have. But with that, we move over to the Friday follows. The first Friday follow is going to JensenSavannah. For those of you that are, living under a rock in Guam, Jensen is what I would consider Charlotte TikTok royalty, in that she has over 150,000 followers on TikTok, and she is out here showcasing the best everything that Charlotte has to offer, whether that be restaurants, breweries, activities, new venues, new food items that are popping up. She is out here giving you guys the inside scoop on everything that is Charlotte. So you can follow her at JensenSavannah on Instagram, JensenSavannah on TikTok. Go shout her out. Go let her know what's up. The next shout out is going to be none other than the Bodega Deli. For those of you guys that don't know, the Bodega Deli is New York slice, Charlotte slice of New York. That's what I was trying to say. Charlotte slice of New York on the east side of Charlotte. It is run by some people that are just trying to bring the New York vibes to Charlotte. And man, when I saw a picture of that chopped cheese, you just know I'm going to be there. I'm going to waste all my money there. Just already know it's in the bag. So you can follow them at the Bodega Deli 704 on Instagram. Go check out their food because, oh my God, I'm just thinking about it now. It makes you a little emotional that there's a chopped cheese that close to me. But guys, that brings an end to this week's episode. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the Problems on Problems podcast channel here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Problems on Problems podcast, on Twitter at Problems_pod. And then, like always, guys, per usual, follow your boy at Mike Santi 18 on all social media. But with that, like I always say, if it's not a good time, hope it's a good story, and I will see you next week.